is Wholesome Joe. And my glasses are already starting to fog up from this mask that I'm wearing. This is my first ASMR video, and it is December 31st, 2020, which was the year we started wearing these. But I'm going to take it off now. It's very difficult. I just like... There we go. The mask is off. My friend Jody, who is a very talented seamstress, made this mask for me. It was a Beetlejuice mask. And she's made several masks for me because she knows that I am a very big nerd. Anyway, so I could not figure out what sort of video I should do as my first video. I contemplated a lot of different ideas and things I could possibly do, but I could not settle on anything. So I decided, because I'm weird, that I should just do something. It doesn't really matter what it is. And since today is the last day of the dumpster fire year that is 2020, I figured today would be a good opportunity to make my very first ASMR video. I don't know if my voice is appropriate for this, but I've watched a lot of it. I've watched many hours of it, and I usually just fall asleep about 10 minutes through, so I don't know how long I'm going to make this video. Probably not very long. You probably won't fall asleep. That's okay, because I don't even know what I'm doing, really. I figured that I would just talk about who I am, and maybe you don't care. Probably you don't care. That's totally cool, because I wouldn't care either if I were watching this. But I thought that I should create some sort of content, because I'm an actor and I'm a filmmaker and I'm just an artist in general, and I like to make things. And my voice may change throughout the course of this video, because I'm not really sure exactly what voice I should be using for this. So it might shift a lot. Like, maybe my accent will change. I'm from the South, so perhaps you will hear a slight Southern drawl, as I am from a part of the country where people have Southern drawls, accents. As I said before, I'm an actor and a filmmaker. I've produced 3 feature films. One of them is on Amazon Prime for free to watch. It is also on Tubi for free to watch. It is called Ghost Witch, which was not the original title. The original title was something much more interesting, I think. It was called The Legend of Seven Toe Maggie, and it was based on a actual real urban legend from a town where I am from. I'm not going to tell you the plot of the movie, but it is a horror film, supernatural, super something. It's about ghosts, or a ghost, and it was my second feature film, and I learned a lot from that project, and it was the second film that I was able to get a distribution deal. A lot of people say I talk too fast. I'm not sure if that's happening or not. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I do for a living. I make films, and I shoot and write demo reel scenes for actors here. If they don't have footage for their demo reels, I shoot that for them. I also I like cosplay a lot. I do a lot of cosplay. I have many costumes. Maybe I'll do some tutorials about how to paint things. I'm very good at painting. I really enjoy painting a lot. I'm no Bob Ross or anything like that, but I do enjoy it. Other things that you might want to know about me in particular, I like cheese fries a lot. Most people who are friends with me know this about me. I'm kind of the cheese fry aficionado. Aficionado, is that how you say it? Basically, I just eat a lot of cheese fries. It doesn't really matter what kind they are. I like all different variants of cheese fries, as long as there are fries and those fries have cheese on them. I believe the air conditioner just came on. I'm really sorry about that. We'll have to live with it. We'll just consider this part of the video the lo-fi ASMR. I think that's a thing that people like. I'm not really sure. But since it came on, and I'm kind of under the weather as well. I woke up this morning and I was like, I told myself I'm going to do this video today. I don't know what I'm going to do it about. But I don't really feel very well. Maybe I have COVID. I don't think I have COVID. I don't think I have COVID. I think it's just a cold. I'm very stuffy. You can probably, my voice is deeper than it normally would be. But I'm going to be okay. I think I got on the internet and I looked up what the symptoms of COVID are versus what the symptoms of the common cold are. And the one thing that I've been doing that you don't really do if you have COVID is sneeze. And I sneezed a lot. And when I sneeze, it's basically like a machine gun. So I sneeze like 30 times in a row. It's really awful. So yeah, I don't think I have COVID, but I decided that I should not let feeling bad stop me from being creative. So I decided to suck it up and do the video anyway. I didn't really look at how long, or look at my watch before I started doing this, so I don't know how long it's even been. It's probably been like a minute, and it just seems longer because you're sitting in a chair and you're just staring at a camera. I'm really fascinated by how people are able to just do this for like hours with no one in the room with them. It's very lonely. Anyway, sorry. That got really dark for a second, and I apologize for that. So yeah, other things about me. I mentioned I was a filmmaker. I have another movie coming out, hopefully very soon. It's a comedy about a group of backyard wrestlers. I don't know if you're into wrestling. I used to be a professional wrestler many moons ago. I didn't do it for very long, but it was one of those things where I was just really into it for a short amount of time. And then I was like, I'm going to go do that. So I got some training. I trained in a barn, actually. The barn burned down. Yeah, crazy story. Yeah. The owner decided that he wanted to open a recording studio, and so he set his own barn on fire so that he could collect the insurance money from that. It's very, very unfortunate. My training was cut short. Fortunately, I was already mostly ready, and I had my first match in the parking lot of a Waffle House, which is exactly the type of place that you would want to have your first real professional wrestling match. So that's something that I did for a couple of years, and I didn't really go. I didn't make it to the WWE or anything like that, but I made a lot of connections doing that, and so that allowed me to make this movie, which I think is pretty funny. There's a lot of references to Brendan Fraser in it. I don't know how he did that, but it's something that we did, and I'm pretty proud of it. Sorry, my nose was itching. So yeah, that movie is called The Marks, and you can find it on Facebook at www.facebook.com/TheMarksMovieRules. We're also on the Instagram at The Marks Movie. I think that's what it is. I should pay more attention to the things that I set up, and so that I can give people accurate information. So, along with that, I also like to 3D print things. This past year, I 3D printed some 2020 dumpster fire ornaments for Christmas trees, and a lot of my friends. Did my stomach just growl? I feel like my stomach just growled. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a sandwich. Anyway, 2020 dumpster fire ornaments, and a lot of people thought they were really cool, and so I made them for some friends of mine, and they seem to enjoy that. Maybe I'll do one for 2021. Seems like we're headed in the same direction. Maybe not. I want to be positive, but it's really hard. It's really hard. That's what she said, Michael Scott. So, anywho, what are some other interesting things I could say about why you would want to watch me over? Yeah, you wouldn't want to watch me over someone else, but maybe. I have a cool job. I have a cool part-time job. I work at a castle, an actual medieval castle in a mall, because that's where real medieval castles are. Yes, I am a performer at medieval times. Dinner and Tournament, which, if you've never been before, is a live theater sort of experience where knights and horses, and there's sword fighting and jousting, and you eat half a chicken with your hands, We also have this really delicious tomato soup that some people think tastes like soup from a can. I don't understand where that's coming from, because it's literally like the best part of the entire meal. But yeah, I play two different roles there. I play the Lord Marshal, which is basically the sort of referee over the tournament. I get to ride a horse. I ride a couple of different horses. They're all Frisian. Did you hear that? Maybe it was nothing. I ride a Frisian, which is a very large draft horse. If you don't know what a draft horse is, they're basically a really large breed of horse that are traditionally used to pull wagons. If you've gone to a place where they have horse-drawn carriages, you've probably seen a draft horse before. They typically have tufts of fur on their hoofs, and that's kind of one of the ways that you can distinguish them from other breeds of horses. Frisians, in particular, are usually black in color. They can sometimes be sort of a dark brownish black. I ride two different ones currently. One of them his name is Eli. He's the younger of the two, I believe. I want to say he's 10. He's 10 years old. I might be wrong. And then the other one that I ride, his name is Sucre. I think that's how you pronounce it, Sucre. His mane is braided. He has braids in his mane. It's very pretty. He's kind of a dick. He likes to kick and bite the other horses, and he's actually done a fair bit of damage. So it's kind of scary to ride him sometimes, because you don't want to get too close to the other horses, because he's kind of, like I said, he's kind of an asshole. And but he's really chill when he's not being an asshole. Eli, on the other hand, just has a lot of energy. He's not really an asshole. He just wants to run. He just wants to get all of his energy out, and if you don't let him get his energy out, then he kind of acts crazy. But they're both pretty cool, and I enjoy riding them. I had never ridden a horse other than like a pony until I started working there, and I still have a long way to go. Horseback riding is one of the most difficult things that I've probably ever done in my entire short-lived life. I want to get better at it, and I try to work really hard. I get a lot of advice from people, and watch a lot of videos, kind of like this one. I wish there was an ASMR horse riding video. Maybe I'll do that. Wonder how you would do that. I'll have to Google it. But yeah, that's a fun place to work. I speak in a British accent. I say things like my lord and my lady. It's kind of like a cheesy version of Game of Thrones, with a better ending, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do an ASMR specific video about medieval times. Yeah. If you're ever near one, I highly encourage you to go, because it's a very fun experience, and you can take the kids. They'll definitely enjoy it, I think. If you like medieval things, fantasy things, maybe you play World of Warcraft like I do. Yeah. Yeah. don't know what else I should talk about. I guess sometimes when you reach the point of not being able to talk about things, that might be the time when you should cut the video short. Because you don't want to bore people. Maybe I've already bored you by this point. I don't know how often I'll do this. I know that you're supposed to do it like once a week. Maybe have a schedule of some kind. I don't know. Oh, I know what I can talk about. I said I was an actor, and I am an actor at Medieval Times. And you're probably going, well, Wholesome Joe, I've never heard of you. Like, what have you been? What have you been in? What can I see you in? That's what people typically tend to ask actors. They ask, what can I see you in? Well, the answer to that question is, in 2015, I booked a mega blockbuster of a movie so big, I thought that I was literally going to be the next, like, Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio, because this was just literally a career-defining role, if there ever was such a thing. Unfortunately, things didn't really pan out, and that didn't really happen because the movie kind of tanked, because it came out the same weekend as another equally famous movie. You've probably heard of it. It's about spaceships and Star Wars. I think that's the name of it. I think it was called Star Wars. Yeah. It came out on Christmas weekend, and the movie that I was in also came out on the same weekend, and we all talked about how that's probably a bad marketing choice, but yeah, the movie was called Alvin and the Chipmunks: The Road Chip. I play terrible American Idol contestant. It was one of the deepest characters I've ever played in anything, honestly. I got to share the screen with Alvin and the Chipmunks, as well as the Chipettes, which were played by famous people. I know one of them was Christina Applegate from Married with Children, and Anchorman, and lots of other things like that. Bella Thorne was in the movie. I think she has an OnlyFans now, and I think she scammed a lot of people out of money or something. I don't really know. But yeah, I was in that. I was also in several seasons of The Walking Dead as a zombie. I've been killed by Rick Grimes, Michonne, Daryl, Tara, several other of the main characters. I was also present. Spoiler alert. I was also partially responsible for the death of Carl, who, fun fact, is repped or was repped by the same talent agent that I am currently repped by, and I'm actually good friends with his family, his parents. They were actually his mom was actually my real estate agent for a short time. That's a very difficult show to work on. The conditions are very, very rough, but it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool experience to be able to wear like 18 layers of latex on your face. It's very freeing. I've also been in many, many of those true crime reenactment shows. Like if you watch Investigation Discovery, you've probably seen at least one or two episodes of shows that I've been in. I always play the killer. I don't know if anyone is surprised by that. That's typically the type that I get. I'm typecast as a serial killer. Most people who know me know that I'm a very sort of chill individual and am not capable of anything of the sort. But if you happen to be watching Investigation Discovery, look for me. Look for me on there. I play some of the names of the characters. I play Billy Wayne, Daryl. You see, I have a type for sure. I've also been in a lot of independent films, some independent horror films. Shout out to my friend Tony. I'm in his horror feature film. It's an anthology. It's called Dead by Midnight, 11 p.m. Central. I'm not sure exactly where you can watch it, but if you go to YouTube and you type in Dead by Midnight, 11 p.m. Central, you can probably find it. I think it's worth checking out for sure. I think I just incidentally did some ASMR. I don't know. Anyway, I'm also a musician. I'm not going to edit this. I don't think I'm going to edit this. I'm just going to put it up exactly as it is because I think it needs to be raw and unfiltered. So if I make mistakes, if I say words wrong, I think that's real and I think people should see that. I don't think I should edit it out. But I'm also a musician. For many years I played in like screamo, emo sort of bands. We were signed to a record label, played a lot of shows. We broke up, and our bass player joined another band, and then they broke up, and the singer of that band went on to become Skrillex. You've probably heard of Skrillex. He's like the dubstep guy now, he's really famous. But the band he was in at the time was called From First to Last, and our bass player joined that band when we broke up. Nowadays I do sort of my own, I'm really into synthwave and chillwave. Synthwave is like basically reimagined 80s music. So it's not actually music from the 80s. It doesn't really sound like music from the era, but it's heavily inspired by it. The first time that I encountered synthwave was when I was watching a movie that I found on Netflix called Turbo Kid, which I highly recommend. It's kind of a really gory, over the top, Mad Max type post-apocalyptic film, but the soundtrack is freaking phenomenal, and the entire thing is synthwave. The artist, or the composer of the soundtrack, or the score for the movie is a group called Lee Matos. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Someone can correct me that knows better. Lee Matos. But they have a lot of good stuff, a lot of good synthwave. And that led me to other synthwave artists like The Midnight, and FM84, and Lee Cassette. So I really, my nose is itching again. So I'm really into that. The name of my side project that I do, my own synthwave, is called Positron Collider, which, if you know what Positron Collider is, leave your answer of what you think that is, or what it is in reference to, in the comments below. That's something else I'll talk about in a later video, because I think it deserves its own sort of video, and a lot of people who know me already know that about me anyway, so I won't elaborate any further. So yeah, I feel like I've given you a good amount of information in a relatively short period of time, as far as what to expect from this channel for ASMR. So I'm not going to be doing just ASMR. This is going to be a variety sort of channel. So there's going to be tutorials for cosplay. Oh, the air conditioner just came back on. I should probably do something about that. Okay. Cosplay tutorials, 3D printing tutorials, sketch comedy, and just lots of weird shit. The videos will probably mostly be PG-13, but maybe I should not have said that. Maybe I'll bleep that out. Maybe that'll be how I edit the video, by bleeping out my language. Very sorry. Anyway, I think that's gonna be. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna go watch The Office now, because The Office is leaving Netflix, and I want to watch it one more time before it does. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more weird crap, because that's pretty much what I'm going to post, is really weird things, then you should like and or subscribe to my channel by clicking the like and or subscribe box. It might be on the video, or it might not be. It depends on how lazy I am when I go to edit this. But I said I wasn't gonna edit it. I should probably stick to that. So, Happy New Year. I don't know what your resolutions are, but mine are going to be to do more videos, to make more content, and to continue to be weird. Have a great day.